All right. Here we are. Think and Grow Wealth. My name is Jon Robert Quinn, the guy who builds talk shows coast to coast, hanging out here with Mr. Frank Verney. It is
Frankie time.
It's Frankie time. So, this is season 2 of Think and Grow Wealth. The first season, we really got into kind of the nuts and bolts of investing and what the group's about and what we're doing and how we're helping people. In the second season, I want to get a little edgier. I want to talk about things that maybe people are afraid to talk about.
That's true.
Right? So in the last episode, we were talking about being a quitter, knowing when to quit, that it's okay to quit if you're quitting for the right reasons and you're moving in the right direction. Today, I want to talk about failing forward. That it's okay to fail. We all fail. Skateboarders, every single day, in order to get that trick, they fail 100 times. And sometimes they break their head, sometimes they break their leg. But what do? They fail forward. They know what mistakes not to make.
Keep on going.
And we've all done it. We've all done it.
I wish that, that as children we would keep that energy that keeps us to go forward. When you were learning how to ride a bicycle,
I know there's kids, you see the video and they go right into the garbage.
Go right into the garbage. Or you have your tricycle, you have your training wheels on the bicycle, and you still fall.
Hold on. Did you know that when I was a kid, I was a BMXer. I was one of these kids that did all the crazy jumps and the flips and the whole thing. Okay, so when I was 4 years old, I used to watch the kids going down the stairs on the tricycles. I have a big scar right here. I did that on my tricycle. I fell down the stairs and hit a brick, and there was blood everywhere, the whole thing. But that was the beginning moment. Did it stop me from doing it? No,
you go back.
10 years later, I was jumping off of those stairs.
That's what it takes. You need to fail to become successful, and then. Like I was saying with the tricycle thing, kids fall down all the time, but they get up and they do it again and they do it again and they do it again. It's society that changes your mindset away from that ability to just keep on getting back up. And failure is what it's about.
Fear sells, though. That's the whole thing, is this fear sells. When you look at the media, all they do is sell fear. Fear all day long, but fear is what cripples us.
I know. Think about all the positive things that happen in your day. Fear, you wake up in the morning and you say to yourself, oh God, I got to get to work again. Well, if that's the way you're waking up, then you're fearful about where you are in life.
Well, it's not
change it.
Imagine this. Imagine getting up in the morning and saying, oh man, I have to go to work. It means I'm going to have to get in my car and drive in traffic. I'm going to have to take my car to 80 miles an hour today. Oh my gosh. That's what people are doing when they don't want to become investors or become entrepreneurs or small business owners.
So if you get rid of that fear, then all of a sudden you can wake up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, sit at your computer in your jammies, right, and do what you need to do. That's about what I do almost every day.
Well, what's funny is then people come to us 5 years after we're successful, or 2 years after we're successful, and they say, "You're so lucky."
Oh, that's not true at all.
You know what we've been through?
It's
been like Vietnam.
I actually, when I do my presentations,
20 years
of
hell and trenches.
When I do my presentations in front of groups, I always talk about this lucky thing, because a lot of people come up to me and they say, Frank, you're working on $1 million properties. You have a book, you have a radio program, you've been very successful. You really are lucky. And I look at them and go, you're out of your freaking mind, okay? You have no idea how much effort I've put into doing this and how much failure I've gone through to get here. I have failed numerous times, but every time I fail, I get back up on my feet and move forward.
How many years experience did you have before you met me?
About 18.
So I had about 18 years of business experience when we met.
Right.
And when I launched my show, it was on a whim. Like, I was just at Starbucks one day, and a guy approached me and said, hey, let's build talk shows. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. And, fast forward, I solicit you. You come on my show. You pay to come on my show. And then we start to build a relationship, and then I approach you to build your show, and you're like, yes, let's do it. And then I approach you to write your book after mine became a bestseller. And you're like, yeah, let's do it. But here's the thing. Had you not had all that experience, we would have never met to this point and moved forward.
You have to, like when I'm talking with people that want to invest with us, okay, they look at what have you done? Where have you been? And They go onto the website and they see the radio show and they see the progress that I've made over my life. When I first started my mortgage company, prior to that, I was working W-2. I got fired from my first job. Okay. And that to me was like,
Me too.
What the hell is this about? And I had been fumbling around in real estate. So I had been fumbling is what I said. And I came out to Sacramento because I could see from my fumbling that this market was about to explode. So I came out here, started working in mortgages, got my real estate license. And for the first time in my life, I was working for myself. And it was scary. And I failed a lot. Deals that I thought were going to happen didn't happen. People that I thought my best friends were not. But you learn from those mistakes. And then I got involved in investing about 5 or 6 years ago. And let me tell you something. When you invest in real estate, there's failure. There's a lot of no's you get. When you open up a building that you just purchased and, you take the wall apart, all of a sudden there's things in there that you didn't expect.
I love on one of our other shows, we won't say it, but he tears a wall down and he goes, "Hey, honey, there's another room." That's the other house. It was a duplex.
So it's just, this failure is what it's about, and I tell people all the time, if you're going to invest in real estate, you need to have a team of people that are working with you. Would you rather learn and make the mistakes yourself, or would you rather work with someone like myself who's already done these mistakes? And so I'm going to prevent them from making those same mistakes. The concept is, and you had mentioned, Grant Cardone, as well as several other people have said, if you're in a room and you're the most intelligent person in that room, you're in the wrong room.
You're in the wrong room.
Okay.
Either that or you're the teacher.
So you have to work with people that have been there, done it, and are moving forward. Yeah. And that's where, moving forward is what's about. You can't let fear stop you.
No.
Fear is all over the place.
Here's the thing. Failing is a good thing. Failing is a wonderful thing. Just make sure you don't end up in jail. But literally, failure is a wonderful thing. That's the learning. Fear literally will cripple you. Yeah. If you're afraid of, and here's the thing is most people are afraid of winning. They're afraid of success.
That's a real issue.
Yeah.
People like real estate agents or businesses, they become so successful that they can't see in front of themselves and they lose the vision because all of a sudden they have money and they don't know what the hell to do with it.
Well, it's not even that though. People have failed for so long that that's what they're used to.
Right, and of course,
that's where they're comfortable.
And then the other thing that happens is once you become successful, people around you start trying to take you down.
Yes,
and that's an issue, and you can't let that happen. You have your vision. Look at Jeff Bezos again. I keep on bringing this guy up. 1993 he started Amazon, and every book he sold lost money. And yet he had a vision. And when people told him, "No, you can't do it," I mean, there was fear throughout everywhere. But he had his vision and he kept on going. They always say
it's lonely at the top.
It is lonely at the top, and
because you don't know who's there for the right reasons.
You don't know. And the thing is, but if you know who you are, if you understand where you want to go, if you have that skill set to get there, then damn it, get there. Don't let people stop you. Work with people that you know can help you to move forward, and that way you can help them to go forward also.
How do people get in contact with you, Frank?
916-719-6161.
And you train people on real estate investing.
I do. Not only on real estate investing, but also on financial, stuff and how to understand that there are pillars of wealth that people need to go with: business, taxes, banking, education, and real estate, because all of them work together. Because you don't want to do a real estate investment or get involved in real estate and make money and then have to pay taxes that you don't necessarily need to pay. You want to pay your fair share because we live in again, the greatest country in the world, but you don't want to pay more than your fair share. And then the banks, you need to understand how they work, because if you're buying a property that is not habitable, you're not going to get a bank to lend you money.
Well, here's the other thing. If you want to become an investor, you're not going to become an investor buying a home on the retail market.
No, you need to know how to find them and how to work with it. And then understand that when you're talking to people, you're going to get a lot of no's. And that's going to create fear.
That's where my cold call king comes in.
That's right. Yeah, your book. So you can't let fear turn into failure. Mm-hmm. You need to take that failure and convert it into something that's going to move you forward. I tell people that, when people get no, all no means is the next opportunity.
What no actually means is that you haven't sold them. It's funny. Here's what's so funny is people will sell themselves. They will sell themselves. If you continue to talk to them, They will tell you how to sell them.
Right.
You
have to listen.
You've just been you
have to listen.
and you've been lazy.
Right. And if you don't know how to deal with people, if you don't have that skill set, if you don't know how to negotiate, I mean, there's lots of pieces to this puzzle. And once you have it and you understand where it is, I'm fearful when I'm asking someone for, $1.5 million. Am I fearful that they're going to say no? Yeah.
Yeah, because you need to get that house done.
Because I need to get it done. But, if they say no, does that stop me from calling somebody else? No.
And that's why you're doing 6 of them right now.
All
right. So 916-719-6161, 916-719-6161. If you've ever wanted to become a real estate investor or you just want to learn a little bit more about it, again, 916-719-6161, frankverney.org.
Right, and you can go to the website and then register to come to one of the seminars, Wednesday meetings. Again, it's free. Come on down. You got nothing to lose other than realize that you may not know what you don't know.
It's really interesting because you'll actually find ways to pay your bills faster and your mortgage faster as well.
Great.
916-719-6161. We're going to go to a break. We're going to come back and learn more. We'll be right back.
You got it.